Hello and welcome to another episode of the Mighty Movie Pod. My name is Ryan.
It's me, Josh.
And we're back in your ear holes for another episode. We're going to be talking about a couple of things today. If you want to skip straight to that, you can find the time codes down in the description. But before that, Josh, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Getting by.
Good.
Yourself?
Oh my God, it's a new age.
You act like I never ask. I ask all the time.
I don't know. I've listened to the last two episodes.
Oh,
I was there.
Oh yeah, when you cut me off before I could even finish what I was talking about and ask you how you were doing.
I mean, I feel like I gave you plenty of time. You just didn't choose to ask. But
the first time I didn't care. The second time I was like, learn from your lessons. Be a better friend.
Got it.
Be a better co-host. Encourage conversation.
At least you failed, but at least you tried. It's the thought that counts. But I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Anyway, we're back again. As you know, because I keep 83rd time.
83rd time.
Because as I keep saying, the train's starting to roll again, and we're hopping on it straight up.
We bought the ticket.
We bought the ticket.
She's got a ticket to ride.
Mm-hmm.
2 tickets to paradise.
Yeah. Hit me with one more.
I think that's all I got, man.
I can't think of anything either.
I can't think of more ticket songs.
Oh, well. But more stuff has hit theaters. More stuff has hit the streaming services. Some both. And, I like video games, Josh.
I do too. Oh, keep going.
Oh, sure. Sure. You know what? Yeah. But I
had a conundrum for you. A stickler.
Okay. Okay. But the video game / movie in question is Mortal Kombat. They gave it another go, Josh.
They did.
They gave it another go.
They certainly did.
They sat back. They looked at what they'd done before. And gave it another go.
We can do this, but better.
But better.
And
they did. They're gonna make a better Mortal Kombat the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be MK2 or do you think they'll call it Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Oh, I don't know. Do you think it really is going to get a sequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so too.
It's doing good. So, I mean,
yeah.
And it's not. It's good. It's
sure. So you want to get into it? I was doing some banter, but we do have a lot to get into.
We do.
All right, Josh. What did you think of Mortal Kombat?
I really, 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 really liked it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, same. I was enjoying myself. I had a good time, and then when we were reflecting on the movie during the credits, that we thought was going to have some post-credit stuff because they were like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
We wondered what exactly we liked about it because it was very stupid.
It was bad. It's like you said. You're like, did they just make the original again? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, yeah. Then why is it? Why do I like this? And I was like, I don't know, because the first one is it's a camp classic. By no means, and it doesn't measure up to this one, I think. But this one's it's just that again, except they don't go to Mortal Kombat.
Yes. It's weird. I felt like when they made this movie, they looked at that and went, it is what it is. It was of its time, but the game has become more serious. It still can't be dumb nonsense with ninjas and fatalities and stuff. But what if we add a little bit of that lore in there and do some of the fun stuff, but make a more kind of cohesive story? They didn't do that. What they did was they looked at the original and went, we'll make a better version of this.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Very weird editing.
Yeah.
The pacing is odd.
Because they don't have any story. Because like you said, they never get to Mortal Kombat.
They never really do much.
They're just introducing the characters, having some fun references, some good fights, and and stuff.
I thought all the corny dialogue references were fantastic.
Yeah.
Like Kung Lao putting the hat back on and sliding his hand through and going, flawless victory.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a brag, and he looks at the other guy like
yeah, like they weren't concerned with the story. They were just like, they want to kill us, so let's kill them.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, but not yet.
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat, but it's not Mortal Kombat.
We're not technically breaking the rules here.
Well, yeah, and that was the thing. Like, it was such a big deal that Shang Tsung had like started killing off all the combatants early, and then they were like, "Well, fuck it," you know?
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, okay."
but also, if characters can just come back from hell, whatever. Characters.
Well,
I don't know.
that's Scorpion's story, if I remember right. He comes back from hell.
So, like, are they all just going to come back from hell in the second one? Like, we're just going to watch rematches?
Right. Like, Naitara comes back and doesn't just fly in and scream and then gets split in half.
Yeah.
That was dope. That's one thing I will say about this is, like, it earns that R.
Sure.
I thought it was going to be just, a little... It's over the top, but it's not gratuitously over the top.
It's not even as bad as I think the new games are.
Oh,
I think the new games are celebrating it.
Well, and from a film standpoint, I think Logan was even more brutal than this.
Maybe.
Logan was pretty rough. Yeah, Jesus.
But still,
thinking about Logan.
They had some homages and they had some like straight murder.
Yeah.
But but like nothing insane. There's nothing like in Mortal Kombat
shoving
11.
Somebody's testicles up through their stomach.
Nobody's spine got ripped out that I remember.
No, just wait. No, because that was Sub-Zero. That was Sub-Zero's move.
Yeah.
He ripped out a spine and he never did that.
He never did it.
Kano's heart got Kano ripped a dude's heart out, and that was fucking everything. That was amazing, dude. Kano is the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
That was my favorite one, where he just goes, Kano wins.
Yes. Yeah, you have some good guys going bad. You got some twists and turns, but that's it. Then they're just like, we're gonna fight, but there's another fight coming. That's the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy stupid.
Yeah, like we thought Johnny was going to show up in it, and Johnny doesn't show up. He's just the teaser for the sequel film.
Yeah.
I was just like, really? Johnny's who you're leading with? Like, everybody likes Johnny, but because Johnny sucks. Like, everybody laughs at Johnny. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Scorpion going to be back around, do you think?
Yeah.
Now that he's back, now that he's been freed.
Sure. Did he go back to hell? I don't remember.
I think he just teleported out of there.
Yeah.
Because he's loose.
I think whenever he needs to kill somebody, he can just teleport from hell.
Yeah.
I think everybody's going to be back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be a thing.
Well,
maybe not. They have more characters to introduce, but fan favorites will be back.
I miss the guy that played Shang Tsung in the original film. I love that guy. He's awesome, and I wish I could think of his name. I keep wanting to say Tony Jaa, and it's not Tony Jaa. Cannot think of that dude's name, but like they could have done old man Shang Tsung. He'd have been fine, because I know he's older. He's older now. I think he does the voice of Hanzo in Overwatch now. Yeah, I like that guy a whole lot, and I kind of missed him this time around. I liked their Raiden a bit more.
Yeah, Raiden was good.
Raiden was great just because he was a dick.
Yeah.
Like, he did not care about these guys at all. No. They were just there because he has to do this.
Yeah, he gets a little bit more on board later when they're like, no, we're going to do this for real.
And he's like, at last you figured it out.
But talking about
what out?
the dialogue is the best part.
Because it's so bad.
Because, just like, I'm going to take on Kano. Like, I can take him. I know. I've seen you done it before. But he has a laser now. Like, that's the line they went with. Sure, but can you do it again? He has a laser.
You sure? He's got Superman eye now.
Which is very good.
I always thought that came from the robot part, the cyborg guy, but nope. According to this, everybody just has magical powers. Some are just Transformers.
That they get once they have the mark, I guess.
Yeah, and then they gotta. It's like how the mutant powers activate in X-Men, where they have to have extreme emotional distress or something. It seems
whatever,
like.
Yeah.
Liu Kang was cool. I liked Liu Kang. He was I don't know if he's canon Liu Kang or anything. I thought he didn't do a lot, but what he did do was super cool.
It was cool, yeah.
Movie made me like Cabal, but the thing is you're like, dude, Cabal's dope, and then he's gone.
Yeah, and then he just leaves. But Cabal was cool. He just showed up, had a cool voice.
I would love to see a spinoff of just Kano and Cabal.
Right. Doing some stupid shit.
I think that would do better than Hobbs and Shaw for me.
Yeah. It's a pretty low bar. But
yeah, but like, I mean, was the bar really high for the Mortal Kombat movie?
No. And yeah, it's just the opening gives you like
sets a different precedent.
Yeah, it's a different tone.
Yeah.
It's leading like there's some like, you know, some bad blood, like still waters run deep. Back in the past, some shit happened, and like now it's still, and that's true, except for I'm just some kid from Chicago, and now I have literal plot armor. Like Goro, it was cool because he came in, he still looked pretty goofy, but better than Rubber
way
Suit.
Better, yeah.
Yeah, and they're just like, "Oh shit, you're here! It's awesome, dude! Go kill this guy!" And he's just like,
"I'm gonna smash your barn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smash your truck. Oh fuck, I'm dead." Because he uppercut him to death.
And it's like, and it's cool, but I feel like some people would be like, you build up to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, because Goro was the sub boss.
Yeah, you build up to Goro. You don't throw him in this bullshit they're doing in this movie.
I think the original film actually built Goro up better.
Yeah.
As underwhelming in that one as he was. Like, it was just like, you saw Goro fuck dudes up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
a little bit of reliance on some of the bigger characters for the audience to know who they are.
Yeah.
Like, they introduce some characters better than others.
I think Kano and Sonya and Sub-Zero and Scorpion are Sub-Zero and Scorpion definitely. Kano and Sonya got a really good entrance. Everybody, all the bad guys, like except honestly for Cabal, had very humdrum intros. Well, maybe Reptile. I thought Reptile was really cool
was
too.
fine. Yeah.
Reptile's always cool.
Shows up. It's a reptile.
Yeah, like Melina just delivers dialogue, and then like you see her weird mouth right before she goes.
Yep.
And then I can't even remember who else was on Sub-Zero. And then Reiko, who sucked. I remember him vaguely. And then Naitara, and I thought that was funny that Naitara she was the one, like they gave her this cool intro too. And she just is immediately dispatched.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's some kind of fan service because everybody hates Naitara, because I honestly haven't played Mortal Kombat since their first 3D venture.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like I played 10 and stuff, but
I think that was like 5.
It's been a long time since I'm trying to remember who was like the original canon characters.
The only ones I really clearly remember are like Liu Kang, Raiden, Sonya, and Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
These days I know about I know about people who perform well in fucking tournaments. Like that's like I know about those characters.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really up to date with what's fucking going on in Mortal Kombat, but I do know the original game and the original, like the little bit of story there was, and the original movie. And like, while this was better and more fun, and it's, you know, obviously think of the old movie, like get rid of it being dated.
Yeah.
It's better, but I think they did a better job with certain characters as like building them up.
Yeah.
Like,
Sonya definitely got a better showing in this one than she did in the first one.
Yeah.
Both the ninjas did. Mm-hmm. Even though Scorpion's barely in it, like you get the legend of Scorpion, and that adds a lot of cool shit to him. I honestly thought he was going to feature more. Like I thought he was going to come back earlier. I also, like, you and I were spending forever trying to figure out who the fuck Cole was.
Yeah.
And apparently he's an original character.
Yeah, he's like He's a fan fiction self-insert.
He definitely is a fan fiction self-insert, and he feels like one.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to like him, even though he kind of sucks, except for Raiden and Kano, but Kano hates everybody.
I guess because he's just an enthusiastic guy. Because like you can't do that with Scorpion because he's a man from hell who wants to kill you.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go with like the original storyline. I thought he was Liu Kang the whole time, but they kept calling him Cole, and I was like, oh, are we doing this thing? This whole thing. He doesn't know who he is. It's a very 90s style film.
They needed a fit.
I was getting a lot of like Ninja Turtles vibes.
They had to
Double
make
Dragon.
Yeah, they had to make a decision. They were like, they did the intro to that movie. And they're like, okay, well, do we set on this path or do we want everybody to see the characters they like?
Yeah.
So then they had to make that decision. And they're like, all right, we need our fish out of water for things to be explained to. And they're like, we could bring in Johnny, but like, we want to save Johnny. So they're like, well, we'll make a guy and it'll link in with the legend in the beginning. And it's like, okay, it works fine, but why?
I feel like Sonya not having the mark or anything, but getting pulled into this whole thing would have been a much better.
She explained to him, so
I know, but it would have been a much better entry point had we gotten rid of Cole and just had Sonya do it from Sonya's point of view.
Or something stupid,
or like in the games where Raiden grabs everybody.
I totally forgot that she just had Kano as well.
Yeah,
she tied up there.
Yeah, she had Kano, and if I remember right, Kano killed her partner, not some random dude, and that was. Like, that's how you open it. You the hunt for Kano. She gets Kano, and then, oh, man, we need that fucker.
Sure.
Or something like that.
And it's not like he was a bad character. It was just kind of like...
Oh, no.
That was the one bit of, like...
Huh?
You're like, they can't help themselves when they're doing a video game type movie.
No,
like we talked about with Monster Hunter. It's got to be some girl who comes in and doesn't know what's going on.
It seems to be the thing with a lot of video games movies, because Super Mario did it. Sonic even did it to a point. Pokemon played with that trope really well, where he was in that world, he just didn't know how deep it was,
and he didn't want,
because he didn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
the reluctant hero.
So that was the only trap I think they fell into, and then like, while it's not a good movie per se, it wasn't trying to be anything other than some dumb Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, exactly. Fun. It's self-aware. They know what they're doing, and they had a lot of fun with it. I really liked it. I'm glad it didn't go the Power Rangers route where they just held a tape recorder up to the speaker and recorded the theme from the first movie.
That was weird.
That was really weird, because I remember we both were laughing at that part, because it's just like, why would you just use the original theme? Like,
I recommend going back and listening to that episode as well. I wrote a fan fiction for that speaking of self-inserts, because we were upset that Bulk and Skull were not in the Power Rangers movie. So I wrote one. You can go listen to that episode. I'll give you a hint who Bulk and Skull were. All right. Anyway. They didn't fall into any of the traps of like trying to take it too seriously or trying to over-explain anything. It was like dumb, and I expected it to be dumb.
Oh yeah.
I expected it to be dumb, but I was just surprised on some of the choices they made of getting us right into it, but also not getting us right into it.
Yeah, right. Like it seems like it's moving at a good steady pace, and like I think you got up to go to the bathroom, and I checked the runtime on it, and I was just like, all right, well, there's like another 45, 50 minutes here.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time.
They'll discover their arcana just in time for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we're going to get a quick training montage, and then it's off to the tournament. And that doesn't happen.
No.
And then at one point you were like,
I don't even know when it's going to happen, because he's just back, just chilling. Like, I got to go to Hollywood and talk to some guys. I'm like, so how long is the tournament? Why were they like?
I feel like they're laying out a 3-movie set here, dude. God. And I feel like that's very ambitious. Like, I think they're going to get a sequel. I believe this movie's doing pretty well. But like, a 3-movie, that's the feeling I'm getting, especially if it's paced out the way this one was, where they really just drag that middle out for I don't know why.
Yeah.
Did this have a COVID problem?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure,
because it's like, I don't know. I was wondering if that might be an excuse where like they had all this extra planned, and then they were like, oh shit, well, we don't have time. Let's just fucking wrap this thing up.
A lot of those productions, you saw some of that happen earlier in 2020. Like that had to break. By the time this probably started,
Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah, by the time this started filming, they probably had all those protocols down pat where like they're all in a hotel and all can't leave and they test every day and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this is probably prime during when they already had all that shit figured out. If I had to imagine, but then again, it takes a while to make a fucking movie. I don't know. I don't know. I think this is the movie they wanted to make. I think so.
Okay.
Like I honestly just think they were not concerned with blowing their whole load because they were like, we're gonna get a second movie.
I mean, dude,
but like you could just do Mortal Kombat again.
Look, dude, if the Meg 2 can get made, I'm pretty sure Mortal Kombat.
Are they making the Meg 2?
Meg 2 starts filming later this year.
I haven't seen the Meg.
I didn't think anybody had. I don't think that did well.
Well, they were like placating to the Chinese market. Like everything happens in China in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing some weird stuff that people were like not digging the weirdness going on in that movie with like the obvious like pandering to the Asian market. People found it kind of offensive, which or annoying. I don't know. Yeah. Like if it's
see, because I remember hearing
actively like working against your movie.
I remember hearing about them doing that in the last Transformers movie, but I watched the last Transformers movie, and other than it being set in the final battle, I think is set somewhere in China. Mm-hmm. I don't remember any like real pandering.
Yeah, I think this had like weird insert characters and stuff like that. So I think it was actual detriment, less like dressing.
Okay.
I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. But maybe I'll have to catch up before the sequel. I don't want to be too hard on this movie because it's like, I told you when we were done, I was like, I kind of feel like I liked the movie, but part of me was just bewildered, and I felt like I was Arrested Development looking in the dead bird bag. Yeah. Huh. I don't know what I expected.
I don't know what I expected. Yeah,
because I got a Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah. I think I wasn't expecting a Mortal Kombat movie. I thought they were going to take a Mortal Kombat and make a movie out of it, not just make another Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, and then I remember I had seen a few reviews online, and you and I were talking about it, where people were saying it was like a ripoff of Bloodsport. And it didn't. I didn't get Bloodsport off it. You know what I got? I got Big Trouble in Little China.
Sure, yeah. I definitely didn't get Bloodsport. Bloodsport's a much better movie than this, but yeah.
Bold statement, but true.
Bloodsport had fucking the Kumite, so like this is nothing like
the
Bloodsport.
Kumite was in the Bloodsport was in Bloodsport. Yeah. Mortal Kombat did. I mean,
guess this is more kickboxer than anything.
In Mortal Kombat. That's a good one.
Yeah.
They engaged in Mortal Kombat, but it was not Mortal Kombat.
It was not.
Yeah. It's so weird, dude, because I really liked it, and I'm still kind of like, I don't know why,
Yeah,
like I think I even said it and you laughed and we're like, that's perfect. Cause I just went, huh.
Yeah. That's how I feel. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. I think in a time where if we were in a time where we're getting more and more and more movies,
if we were going to theaters,
like this would have been one of the ones where it's like, that was good fun. That was fine. That was cool. But like when literally for the past 2 episodes, I've been like, and coming up is Mortal Kombat. When this is one of the movies we're like super looking forward to, that's when you're kind of like, like it wasn't bad and it was fine for what it is. But like in a serious drought, I think you want to look at it a little, you want to just, you want to be a little too hard on it. And I'm really trying not to, because this is going to be a movie that I put on in the background for a long time.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be up there with G.I. Joe Retaliation for me.
It made me think, because we had a long discussion after the movie. We talked about a couple things like, I wonder if at some point we do need to just get a ranking of video game movies out there.
Like
we're not going to watch every Resident Evil for the record.
Oh, fuck no.
Like we'll watch a couple and just put the series somewhere.
Yeah, and I outright refuse to watch any Uwe Boll movie. I've seen 2.
The Far Cry movies and stuff like that. Yeah. No, they have to be a theatrical release movie.
Thank you. Okay, good, because I'm not. I've seen 2 of his films, and I will never watch another one.
That guy. I told you he has.
I don't want to.
He has a Letterboxd account, right?
Does he?
And he goes and
is
he
it
talks
all
about
is it only his movies that are good movies?
every movie he makes. He talks about how great they are, and then it's not even a fake account. Like it
Oh,
is
no,
him, and
no.
then he goes to every movie that everybody likes and talks about how big of a piece of shit it is. Like it is just that's all he does.
So he's like ripping on Marvel and DC movies and talking
Marvel
about how
DC,
great it is.
dude, and not even Marvel DC movies. We're talking like
Is
Forrest,
he going? I was
Forrest
gonna say,
Gump
was he
and-
doing more legit?
And like, yeah, I don't know, Citizen Kane, which by the way, no longer 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. They pulled up a fucking an old ass paper from the it came out in the 40s, right?
30s or 40s.
Yeah, whatever. Early 40s, late 30s, whatever.
Old film.
But they found a period, like a review from that period. The person really did not like it.
Wow.
So it dropped to 99%. So now Paddington 2 is the best movie of all time.
Good. Paddington 2 deserves it. It's a great film.
Still haven't watched it. Although I did watch some of the Nick Jr. show. And
That's cute.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's cute. Fucking, what was I gonna say? They the script for Paddington 3 is done, and I can't wait to watch it.
It'll never live up, unfortunately.
Dude, I doubt it, man. Because 2 didn't even live up to 1, and 2's still good. But yeah, dude,
Everybody says 2 is the best one.
I'm a 1 boy. Paddington.
All right.
Paddington all day, man.
Anyway.
There's no shame in my game.
My point being that this is somewhere up. This is somewhere up there when it comes to video game movies. Like,
Oh yeah,
I always talk about how much I like a Warcraft movie, but like, when it's stacked up against, I don't know, Pokemon, the first movie.
You're talking about the original Pokemon?
Yeah, the one that came out in 2000.
All right.
WB Kids.
A bold statement.
Dude, Mew 2 does a fucking mystery murder dinner.
Mewtwo shows up in Pokemon.
Detective Pikachu. No, Detective Pikachu's up there for sure.
Yeah.
You can also go listen to that.
Yeah.
Pumping our old episodes.
No
That's
shit.
more ad views.
Right? Jesus. That's all about the money with you now.
I know. We've made like $3, dude. I'm rolling.
yeah, dude.
I'm rolling in it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go to Del Taco.
Let's do it. We're emptying the company account
on
3
one
chicken
company
rollers.
luncheon. Yeah, right.
We're out of the petty cash now, Josh. And
Slow down. Chew your food.
anyway, yeah, no, it's a fine movie. I would say
I'd give it a watch.
I would say if you're vaccinated and comfortable, go see it at the theater. I think that'd be a fun time.
Yeah. I think you're right, dude. This crop of video game films has been a good showing.
Yeah,
I don't think
4 recently. And,
I don't think
one of
it's-
them was really bad, but
I don't think it's a. I don't even fucking. I'm obviously I put that film out of my mind, and I will never return to it again.
Sure.
Fucking Monster Hunter. God damn it. Yeah, I think this one isn't as strong as Sonic or Detective Pikachu, but I would say that these are probably the 3 best video game movies I've seen.
yeah, and if you're like, I don't know, somebody who likes DC movies, and you're just like, those movies are for babies, I'm an adult and I need to validate my childish things that I like, then you'll love it. I think this is number 1 for you.
Really? Because I feel like there's way too much fun in this movie for those people.
No, but it's rated R and it has swear words. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's still fun.
If
People are still enjoying what they're doing.
It's
in
a
that
side
movie.
effect of Zack Snyder that they're not fun. They just want them to be. That's why they like The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight has some fun in it, but they're just like, it's a serious, real movie.
See, I don't feel like this thing's taking itself so serious that it's going to try to get an Academy Award, because that's what I feel like those guys are doing. They're like, they use the fuck word and they're all super sad and no one enjoys doing anything. It's going to win an Academy Award.
Okay.
It doesn't win Academy Awards. This is a travesty. Yeah, because it's a bad movie. This is like Shazam or Aquaman with swear words and violence.
Right, I guess you're right. But again, if you're a gamer, if you're a capital G gamer, I think this is the one for you, which is funny.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I liked it.
Well, because you're a capital
but I
G
get.
gamer.
But what I'm saying is there are people who are like Detective Pikachu, Sonic. Those were kids movies, and the Sonic freaks. I love them. By the way, they make my life better. Of course, it's number one for them because he ate chili dogs.
He said, "Gotta go fast."
And he said, "Gotta go fast." This and Sonic are pretty similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People go through portals to another world where a bad guy is. The new Sonic is going to have Knuckles in it for sure.
Yeah.
Because they have the stand-ins that they do in front of the green screens. And
I think
and
I read
somebody had a Tails and a Knuckles, and they were like, all right.
I think I read somewhere that the director of Sonic is doing a Dr. Robotnik movie.
What?
Or he's doing something with Jim Carrey.
Oh.
I can't remember what it is. I think it's Oh God, I think it's like another Ace Ventura.
Oh, okay.
Because we're gonna roll that one out of the coffin.
You know what? Now you know what? Yes, that is what I heard.
Is
it's
that
another
what it
Ace
is?
Ventura. Yeah, that's what I heard too.
God, we don't learn. We don't learn.
No, we'll never learn. No, look at the dude. He did Dumb and Dumber.
That's you're welcome to where I am.
I couldn't even watch that movie, and I've watched a lot of shit.
You watched Zoolander 2.
I haven't seen Zoolander 2 yet, but I watched Joe Dirt 2 all the way through.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we both did that. That is the bar of which we measure all bad movies by. We're like, is it bad? It's bad, but is it Joe Dirt 2 bad? Oh God, no.
So yeah, so I'll say that about the last time they tried to get him to do another comedy, which he was fine in Sonic. All right, let's move on from this.
This is
a silly place. Mortal Kombat. Check it out. All right, Josh.
It's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what we needed.
Hmm.
All right, Josh.
Okay, Ryan.
It's big boy time. This is about as close, I think, as the acquisition of Fox changes things around a little bit. Yeah. But I think this is about as big boy as the MCU has tried to get in quite some time.
Yeah, some very serious issues tackled in
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Josh. Yeah. The original title. So
are we spoiling?
We're not in spoilers yet.
Okay. I was gonna say spoilers are incoming. We will let you know.
You can look in the description and find the timestamp for that.
Yeah.
So except for I never put us once we get into spoilers, we stay in spoilers. So just know that. But what did you think overall? Because we've had a little bit of a discussion about Falcon and Winter Soldier, Josh.
What did I think of Falcon and Winter Soldier? Mm-hmm. I loved it. I thought it was great. Up until the last couple episodes. I
feel the same way. And
to be fair, it was still quality.
It wasn't really the quality of the really storytelling. Good. It was some other decisions they made.
Yes. Yeah. I liked Falcon's arc a lot. I really loved Bucky's arc, although I feel like it dipped a lot. Like it got kind of lost in the weeds next to Sam and him fully realizing everything that he needed to take care of. But it had a good payoff. I liked the end of Bucky's story. I'm a big Winter Soldier fan.
Yeah.
So that was fantastic. I like that we got to delve into the rich, like 80 plus years of Captain America lore that is out there, and we got a lot of that in this. We got Bartok the Leaper in there. We got some Zemo time. I wish we had more Zemo time. I'll talk about that when we get to spoiler territory. Everything they're doing with Sharon is very interesting. I liked Sharon in the movies.
We didn't watch this together. I watched this with we watch usually these things together, but I watched this with my wife because she likes hunky boys. But I was screaming at the TV for like 3 episodes that I knew what was happening with one of those characters, and I was waiting. And they fucking took their sweet time with that.
Oh yeah,
but yeah. Yeah. I we're gonna get to spoilers here pretty quick.
Yeah. But well written, good character development overall. Little weak in places, but you still got the conclusion.
Yeah.
Even if you saw it coming a mile away, or if it wasn't as strong as you had wanted it to be. It was still there, and it was still good. I like that we did a little bit of world building, and I feel like it's leading into the future of the MCU, and I feel like it's going to be a much more interesting place going forward. Whether or not I'm super into watching more of the MCU films now that everything is at an end, I don't think it's going to be the big sweeping arc that we got. Well, I mean, they do have Secret Wars coming, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little long in the tooth now for these big event movies from MCU. We'll see, though. I could be wrong.
You never know. Yeah, they can pull something off. I think they're willing to kind of ride the reception of that
exactly.
kind of stuff.
But going forward, I am very much into more Falcon and hopefully more Winter Soldier. I like the world that they are in, where it handles the more boots on the ground, what the world is actually like, and they've been doing that since Winter Soldier of the MCU, and I've always found that interesting. Like, yeah, the big galactics bad guys are cool, and whatever crazy inventor Iron Man was going up against, and Thor and his wacky god nonsense was always cool. But I always liked dude, we're dealing with like real life threats down here, and I think that's really cool, the way that they have made it kind of a action-y Mission Impossible kind of thing with the Captain America portion of that universe.
Yeah, and they've stuck with some of the stuff that I didn't really care for, but they've stuck with it long enough that I'm starting to like a little bit more, that they got from Civil War, where like there's more government oversight, and it's not just we're superheroes and do whatever we want, and some of these guys like work for the government, so that becomes a weird gray area.
That is an interesting thing to me. I'm not a big fan of government sanctioned heroes, because I'm just like, so you just went from nukes to superpowers.
Sure,
great.
And they get into that a little bit.
They do that in this, and that was one of my favorite scenes. A lot of my favorite scenes were talking about the regulation of these people and the responsibility of that power and stuff like that. That was all really good. They gave me a villain that I liked. I really liked the Flag Smashers. I thought they were fantastic.
It definitely works better in this than it did in the Avengers movies or Captain America, because the problem is that they have the money and resources and whatever to just be like, fuck you, and nobody ever talked. When it's like, the world is a strange place and it's just Sam and like Bucky and stuff. It's kind of like you can't just do whatever you want. You kind of got to work in this system.
It makes a little more sense in this
sense
world
than the whole Avengers just being like, okay.
Yeah. It's the world of the MCU is a fascinating place to me right now. I like everything that they're doing. Like, I liked that bit where, keep wanting to call him Terry because of Terry. War Machine. God damn it, Don Cheadle. I cannot remember that fucking guy's name. I've never really liked War Machine. But I liked that bit.
Talking about Rhodes?
Rhodes, yes. Rhodey.
Thank
you. God damn it. Yeah, Rhodey. I liked that bit where Rhodey and Sam have that back and forth, where Rhodey's just giving you exposition about the state of the world. And I like the whole idea that allies are now enemies and enemies are now allies, and how everything's shifted and stuff since everybody's been gone. And I feel like this movie really, really handles the consequences of the disappearances and stuff.
Which tackling in this is a better idea than, like I said, I think we talked about last
briefly,
time. And Spider-Man just, like, that's a kid on vacation. Maybe let's not worry about that.
Yeah, and I like that they did that. Well, and it's I think I said I was like they handled it a bit. It's a little weak, but yeah, it's a kid. It's a teens movie for teens. Like, we're not gonna dwell in the you don't do that with Spider-Man, like, until he's an adult and then he's depressed all the time.
Sure,
but Yeah, man, I love what they did in this. That was the strongest point for me, was that the little bit of world building that we got. I like that we went to Madripoor. Madripoor is a great place. I remember thinking at one point that the Flag Smashers were going to be being controlled by the Hand, because it was a red hand on everything. So I was just like, oh, the Hand is behind this when they went to Madripoor. Nope. They're their own entity, and they're just a bunch of pissed off refugees. And I think that's great that they feel they've been mistreated, and they're going to get what they're due. You know, I liked that a lot about them. I liked the Flag Smashers a whole lot. I thought Carly was great. It's good. Zemo was fantastic. I was really glad we got more Zemo. Because I think I said it when we talked about Civil War that the best characters in the movie were Zemo and T'Challa.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're
very underutilized.
Very underutilized. And I like that you get to see that obsession with Zemo in this, where, you know, he has the chance to do what's right, and he fucking throws it out the window for revenge, you know, and it's great. Great fucking character.
Yeah, I think we got the perfect amount of Zemo. I think you can't have him linger around for too long because he's very one note.
Yes,
and he had done his parts for what he needed to do for that story. They bring him up there at the end, and he's got his last little hurrah. But yeah, no, I really liked him. But there is too much of a good thing. And
I just. Without getting into spoilers, I thought Zemo would come back again and be like, well, now I'm gonna fuck all of you, you know? He doesn't.
Sure. Yeah, we can just get into spoilers. That's fine.
Spoilers,
we'll do spoilers
from here
right
on
now.
out.
Yeah, I mean, he comes back and fucking blows up that truck.
Yeah.
And kind of fucking seals the deal, other than John is still out there, which is one loose end for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I imagine Walker and him are going to be button heads at some point.
Right. And that's still up in the air. But yeah, Carly and the Flag Smashers is the worst part of the whole show. I could not give any shits about their whole thing. I was like, that was generic insert fucking to make this a Mission Impossible type movie. and also to feed lines of dialogue to Falcon that like subtly fucking is subtext for racism and the state of the world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And other than that,
his responsibility.
And then other than that, it's just like, we're terrorists, but also we're mad about stuff. And people should also be mad about stuff. Like every terrorist organization, other than the fact that like she didn't want to work with Sharon because she's just pissed off and wants to fuck everything up, which you learn very much at the end. Although for episodes leading up to that, I was just like, I'm like, she's the power broker. Why aren't we just fucking putting this out there that she's the power broker? She's definitely the power broker.
Yeah, I figured that out, I think, an episode after you did. Where I was just like, oh, well, that's cool. You know? Dude, I think that's great because Sharon is, at least to my knowledge, still like a good SHIELD agent over in the comics.
Maybe it's a double super cross.
No, dude. She seems way too pissed.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still trying to figure out why she's in so much trouble. Is that because of Civil War?
I think so, yeah. She was just like, you know, I did the right thing and then you guys were gone and things happened and shit was fucked and like you guys forgot about me because you're off being superheroes and whatever. Like, yeah, they didn't explain it too well, but you kind of get the gist. I feel
like they kind of threw it in there real quick, the explanation of it, because like myself, a lot of people were like, you know, what happened to Sharon after Civil War? Because I mean, like Maria and Fury, you get their disappearance, but you don't see what happens to Sharon. So I guess she didn't disappear and she's just had to find a way to struggle through everything.
She talks about it for briefly and it's just kind of like, shit sucks and you guys fucking suck and whatever. And they're like, she sucks now.
But then she's more than willing to help him. Like,
I
feel like she had some kind of plan within a plan going on there.
Yeah, she did.
Obviously.
She sent him to the guy who made the serum for her because I guess she thought that they could get information out of him that she couldn't get from him, or she didn't want to reveal that she's the power broker. That's the only bit there that doesn't make any sense. Why did she send them to kill the guy who could make her more serum?
Yeah, she needs more serum. Why did she send him to hit? Didn't she shoot him too?
No, Zemo did.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Zemo shoots him.
Um,
That's right. No, she shot Carly.
I think and I think it was just she did it because eventually she would lead her. They would lead her to Carly, and that's who she needed to find. So she was just letting some. And the Zemo thing was something she didn't foresee happening.
Yeah.
Who knows why her own guys came to blow her up? I don't know. That's
Maybe
a good question.
because if I remember right, no one had actually seen the power broker except for like her inner circle, whoever they are. So those dudes probably didn't know who she was.
Who knows? They were after somebody. I don't know. That doesn't really matter. That's all espionage bullshit. It always happens that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
It kind of makes sense, but never does. And then in the big reveal, you're like, oh.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten into my favorite part here. But back on the Flag Smashers, like, they were serviceable for what they needed to do. I think they gave them a little bit of personality, especially when it came to that relationship.
The not dissonance, the struggle between them, where she's just like, no, we have to fucking kill him, and everybody kind of
no, I like that, where but like, that's another thing, she's like slowly pushing it too far, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. And again, it works. A lot of time it was just to feed subtext to the main characters, but like, it was her overall threat was like real, and then at the end they're just like, this is some bullshit, dude. Like, this girl was standing for, like, bro, she was fucking shit. Like, she was doing the right thing, but also is a bad guy. Like, we've done that a gazillion times.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad guys that I did like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, I think they worked fine, but like, they didn't do anything for me, is all I'm saying. Okay. Like, which is fine. There's nothing bad. I really can't say anything bad about them.
Yeah. No, and I get what you're saying about them being kind of generic, especially within the MCU.
Like, they needed something else in there. I kind of liked that it was like a populist kind of thing where they could kind of go around wherever and get support and help. And
well, see, that was the thing where it was just like they were like a terrorist group, but like a terrorist group with like.
But once she's working with actual terrorists, like she was at the end, it becomes a little odd.
Yeah, but I feel like that was the point where it was just like, we've gone too far. We've become the thing that we didn't want to be.
Sure.
Because their whole ideology is the same ideology as Zemo's.
Yeah.
But they lost their focus. And, you know, fucking, that's why Zemo's better.
Yeah, exactly. Superpowers and being a figurehead and stuff he doesn't believe in and all that. And that leads us to Mr. John Walker.
Fantastic character.
Who just, holy shit, at every turn there, I was like, they're playing this just right.
Oh, dude,
he was whole way through.
He's the perfect antithesis to Steve.
Mm-hmm.
What I feel bad for and I want to address is, I guess Wyatt Russell was getting death threats.
Sure, yeah,
for being Captain America. You know, fuck him.
Capital G gamers.
Yeah, right. Like, how dare he take a fucking job and portray the plot of his character the way he's supposed to. Like people were like, he's not doing Captain America, blah, 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 blah. And
like, they're that dumb that they didn't even realize that was the point.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, dude, that's the whole point of Walker, man. Fucking number one, read the goddamn comics. US Agent is a piece of shit, dude, because he's bad at being Captain America. Like, and then in this, yeah, he was not supposed to be Cap, because he goes directly against what we learned in the very first Captain America movie. Yeah. He is a good soldier, not a good man.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. No. He's just willing to dwell in that gray area that you have to.
Yeah, no. He was not a bad guy.
Because Walker always wanted to do what was right. He just did it the right way according to his rules of justice. And they were not the same as Steve's.
Being a decorated, and he even brings it up himself, being a decorated soldier who does the right thing for him and his.
Yeah.
Like, that is the difference between Cap and him. And yeah, he was a very good soldier, and he wasn't a bad guy.
No.
He just was going to get it done, and the stress that was put on him by becoming Captain America, it meant a lot to him, but it also destroyed him mentally.
Yeah.
Along with a couple of other things, the fact that
he wasn't strong enough
took it
to
in
fade
good
to take out
faith.
these
Yeah,
guys.
he took it in good faith, which like who wouldn't, I guess. They're like, you're gonna be the new Captain America, and you're just like, fuck yeah. Like, whatever. I'm talking about the character. Like, I'm talking about the actor.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, people are stupid. But and then is trying to talk to Buck and Falcon, and they're just like, no.
Shut up. Yeah, dude. Well, and that's the thing too. There's a lot of people to blame for Walker being the way he was, dude. Was
pissed him off.
His government was not getting his back the way he thought they would. The two guys that he probably looked at as like mentors in this situation didn't necessarily really want to work with him because he wanted them to do it his way. But he was, in the beginning, it seemed, a little open to conversation and, suggestion.
Yeah, no, he definitely
was. And then
was.
when they made it abundantly clear, yo, fuck you, take that shield off, you don't deserve it, he was like, oh, fuck you then.
Yeah, exactly.
I did like... God, I think it was the episode right before his breakdown. The makeup they did for him was great because he looked like he hadn't slept in days, and that's gonna take a toll on you mentally and stuff like that. And then
he's just like, they're undermining me and this and that, and they're doing this and they're doing that. But yeah, like early on, he shows up, he's nice. He's like, hey, I'm not trying to replace Steve. I'm just trying to do the right thing. And they're like, fuck you. Like, you see him save his friend there. He gets rid of his shield. Save what's his name? Fucking Battlestar.
I liked Battlestar a lot too.
Yeah, Battlestar was cool, and just doing good stuff, and just start slowly getting unhinged and fucking. And again, it's not all his fault. He tells them in that hearing, like, you made me.
Yeah, that's what I love, dude. You made me this way. I did what you told me to do.
Yeah, and then they were being dicks to him, like, no harm, no foul. I guess they thought. And
they other than honorable discharged him, dude. And I was like, you guys are fucking dicks, dude.
Yeah. And I just love that eventually he's just losing his shit and being like, I'm Captain America. Everybody needs to shut up.
Yeah.
And then just whining about getting his ass kicked all the time. And like, it was incredible.
It was great.
It was just incredible.
It was great. I like that we get to hint that Hydra is still around because Julia Louis-Dreyfus is Madam Hydra. That's awesome.
Are we certain of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember her full name in that because it's a fucking ridiculous aristocrat name. But yeah, she is a Hydra.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if Hydra's still around, if that's what they're hinting at, or they could change her character entirely like they've done with Sharon.
Because it seems because it seems like she's working for the U.S. government, which is a Hydra thing. So.
Oh yeah, right. They could still be embedded in the government. There's a fucking Hydra, dude. They got tentacles everywhere.
It's true. Cut off one head and whatever.
Cut off one head and stuff.
Two in the bush, or in the weeds, or whatever.
I liked that he showed up to that fight with a replica shield, and he got his ass kicked with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And I also like that he knows that she's the one who killed him, or maybe he realized in that moment that he's fucking kind of losing his mind.
I don't think he cared who killed her.
Right.
They all killed who killed him. They all killed him as far as he was concerned.
Sure, but
Carrie
like he told the family,
he
told the family that like I killed the guy who did it.
Yeah,
like, I definitely did.
Yeah,
would never let anybody get away with that.
Yeah,
and then I guess that's why he showed up to kill her. So
yeah, I like that he tried to stop that truck from falling over. Like, he is a good man. He's just a bad hero. Like, he's a Punisher. He does everything. He's doing good,
on mission.
But he's doing bad.
Yeah, he's on mission. He's not thinking of any of the variables or any of the fallout. He's fucking on mission, and he's trying to be part of the big boys, and it made him just kind of fucking go crazy.
Yeah.
He's a little out of his league. Good intentioned. Took him down a terrible path.
Yes.
And he's somewhat redeemed, but also being terribly manipulated now.
I'm wondering, I'm wondering, is he going to get worse, or is he going to stay where he is in this anti-hero kind of thing, and we're going to get a quote-unquote redemption arc whenever, like I said, like if this is in fact Hydra, if he's going to go against Hydra and be like, yo, no, man. Yeah. Or if he's just going to double down and become the Crossbones that I've been waiting for.
Sure. Or like I was going to say, or if they're just trying to be like, we're trying to get like the covert op kind of fucking Avengers together.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to get some fucking scumbags, but
And
they're trying to do some Suicide Squad-ass shit,
Well,
but not
and-
with actual bad
And
guys.
that is also interesting to me because we could get a secret Avengers here, which
you go, yeah.
would be really awesome to see a more covert ops. Maybe they are still part of Shield or Sword now, and but they're the Black Ops group, and I'd still be on board for that. Like, throw Hawkeye back on that team. Just there's so many characters that they could. Moon Knight could show up. Throw all them on this secret Avengers team, and it would be awesome. I'd fucking love it.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to more of him because I have not been enthralled by a new character that had like a lot of complexity. Like it's pretty simple when you get cut down to it, like what it is. But like,
But
that
it was
actually
an
did
interesting
something
origin.
with.
Yeah, it was an interesting origin to watch Walker rise and fall. And then maybe rise
show
again.
up, you're kind of like, ooh, that's a bad idea, but like,
Yeah.
oh well, he seems all right.
Yeah.
Oh well, geez, I
Yeah,
don't know
like
about
you
this
got
guy.
caught up in
Yeah.
him, dude, where you're just like, all right. And I kind
Maybe
of
they-
laughed
yeah.
because I know who Walker is, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I was thrilled to watch him like try. And he tried so hard to be a good Cap, and he was so bad at it.
Yeah.
I really liked that bit
Like
after.
when they fought him finally
Yeah.
there at the end, like not at the end, but we need to talk about that as well.
We'll get
the
to that.
pacing of the movie.
We
but
will get the pacing of the movie, not the show.
yeah.
Because it is a movie broken into 6 parts.
Yeah.
It's not a show.
It's like a 4.5, almost 5 hour, I think, when you cut out the credits.
Yeah, well, and also there was some pacing issues that I had with the show, and now I'm wondering if that's a direct result, because I feel like this was supposed to be a movie, especially since the entire thing is just a setup.
Mhm.
All of it is just to set up the world and what's going forward from here, because the end title of the show changes. It goes to Captain America and the Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
which I'm all about.
Hell yeah.
But
Black
as I
Falcon.
remember by the end, I love that they kept calling him Black
No,
Falcon.
that's Captain America.
That's Black Panther, and they're just like, what? So what do I call you? You're a kid. You're black.
Yeah, you black kid.
You're a black kid. That was great. Yeah, Sam's awesome. I really liked Sam. But I liked that scene after Walker steals the super soldier serum and then is talking to his friend like, yo, if you had the chance, what would you do? And Battlestar, not knowing
Yeah,
how fucked up his
Hell
friend is
yeah.
just like, yeah, dude, it just makes you more of what you already are, right? And you're good, so we're good. It was a good moment between friends. Like, it was a good, like a conversation I imagine Bucky and Steve would have had, you know. It was really good. And I was sad to see Battlestar die. I liked him a lot.
Agreed. And I mean, that's what threw him. Yeah, Captain America executing somebody in the street with the shield.
Yeah, I assume took his fucking head off.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. I loved that last shot though. That was the way to end an episode.
They get that hero shot,
just
but
that
typical.
Steve pose with the shield, because I think they've used that in previous.
They use
Cap
it in
and
Avengers,
yeah,
for sure.
but this time it's just stained with blood. You know, like Jesus Christ, it's a great shot. Yeah, I loved that. I loved Walker, so good. But let's talk about the ending.
Yes, the ending, which is the last episode, basically. The 5th episode just ends with the setup to the last episode, which is just the ending of a movie.
Yeah. The last 2 episodes, again, like I said, I think we said it with WandaVision, where you could have, except with WandaVision, it was like the last 3.
Yeah.
With this, like, you could have just done a 2-part with this.
WandaVision was set up as a television show. Obviously, that was part of the whole thing.
It was part of its aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, you want to just talk about the ending?
Do you want to start with episode the first? I
just kind of want to start. No, I just kind of want to start with, like, I was super enjoying it, and then there were parts where I was like, is this the draggy episode? And then it was the episode before the last episode. And the reason it felt that way is because they made like you said, they made like a fucking 4.5 hour, 5 hour movie, and then had to figure out where they wanted to put the breaks in, and then probably stretch it a little bit.
Well, I love with that episode, they're like, so we just do nothing? And they're like, yeah, sometimes you got to do nothing.
Yeah, sometimes
and
you
I
gotta
was
do
just
nothing. And like, that's fine if
they did pull it off by doing like a
it's-
bit of a human element of the
Yeah,
characters.
But if it's not, this will, okay, now that all the episodes are out, and I hate to say this will work just watching it all the way through.
Just watch it straight through. Yeah.
Like, for whatever reason, taking a week off and like the last one, nothing really happened, getting like, and now here's the end.
Yeah.
It felt really strange.
It was really, yeah.
It
Like,
felt strange to come into that episode with them confronting Walker as well. That was the opening of one of the episodes.
yeah, you said that you're like, wait, I thought this was like an episode, 8 episodes, because I watched it before you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, dude, this is the last episode. And you were just like, what? No, there was like supposed to be like 2 more episodes. And I was like, I think it's the finale, dude. It wrapped up, you know.
It definitely did.
And it was just like, but I had to, and it's, I didn't say nothing because you hadn't seen it yet. So I was just like, it's very rushed. It is, they are moving at a breakneck pace to get to those reveals.
When you do it, you hand it to an editor and you start trimming this and this and that,
Yeah.
and you get this down to 3.5 hours, I guess. You could probably fit this in 3.5 hours.
Yeah, probably.
And there you go. Like, and that's a movie. But yeah, the ending is cool because
Oh, it is very cool, but it's definitely rushed and feels a little weak because, like I said, it's obviously just there to set up the film.
yeah, the last episode you're kind of just chilling. You're like, all right, this is the chill part. And then he opens a case, and then I think that was the end of the episode.
That was the end of the episode.
And then this one just oh no, they show them disrupting that vote in New York.
Yeah, Carly and them do their attack,
And then we just jump right into that. We see the new outfit. Fucking, we realize Sharon's there. Fucking, Bucky's
it's one
fucking,
big action
Bucky's
sequence.
fucking shit up, and I'm just kind of like, this is awesome, but also what the fuck? And then here comes Walker. Last time I saw him, his arm was still broken. Like,
right?
like, and it was all so cool because everybody. Like, he's accepting, you know, Sam's putting in the work.
Yeah.
And fucking Bucky's just there being awesome. That's what he does. Like, his story's kind of wrapping up. You know what I mean?
I like, that's why I like Bucky, because he's a simple action hero and he's cool, but he's got that terrible cliche.
He's got
like,
some problems.
I'm a good man.
Yeah.
I just done bad things
Yeah.
kind of thing. But like, I like that I don't know, maybe it's just Sebastian Stan's a good actor and that Japanese guy is a good actor, because that broke my heart earlier on. And I was glad that he went and he did that, because I like that Sam was like, dude, it's not going to be easy, you know?
Yeah.
And I like that because he comes in and you can tell he felt like shit after leaving that place. He's a bad man, you know?
Yeah.
But I liked that wrap up for Bucky. But yeah, Sam is settling into. Go ahead. I cut you off.
No, you're good. No, and yeah, but like I said, yeah, Bucky's doing his thing. He's got some things going on. He's trying to understand Carly, I think, is where he's coming from.
I wanted more Carly and him instead of Sam and her, because like Bucky and her are very similar, you know, and it would have been good. That brief conversation they had on the phone, I thought was really, really cool, where he's like, I tried to do the right thing twice and I fucked up, you know? I wanted more of that.
I think I'm starting to understand a little bit where you're coming from with the flag smashers. I think that is a good way to, their whole thing was a very good way. I'm looking at them more as like a roadblock, or like, you know, the antagonist,
obstacle,
antagonists. And honestly, I think that they were a very good way of doing some heavy world building on top of what happened with the snap.
See, that's where I was coming at it from.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. And like I said, I didn't think they were bad.
Because you're not wrong. They are generic, but they used them as a good vehicle.
Yeah.
I liked that. Sometimes a good generic thing is like, sometimes generic can be good.
So like everybody thinks they're doing the right thing.
Yes.
At the end.
They reminded
Except
me
for
kind of like the Civil War era in that film, done a little bit better.
Sure.
Where
that was a bad
they
movie.
think they're doing it right. Cap thinks he's right, and he fucking is. He's just not moving with the way the world wants him to. And that was the thing I liked the most. And I told you, it was like my favorite part of the episode, probably the whole show, where Sam gives this really rousing Captain America-esque speech about like, no, man, I don't fucking work for you. You guys are dicks. You know, you got to fix this. This is your fault, you know? And I like that he's not anybody's puppet. You didn't really get a lot of that with the Captain America
True,
movies.
he's trying to do the right thing. People still had to die, and everybody's thanking him, and he's just kind of like, dude, are you not seeing what's going on here?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
this wouldn't have happened
he's
without
a symbol for he's taking up the mantle of Captain America and trying to make a difference, but from a new perspective.
From a
and
very
that was
new
what that
perspective.
speech was.
Yeah.
A little corny.
Oh, dude, I loved it because it was
But-
corny.
but
dude.
yeah.
Because it's just like that's Cap.
But I like
everything Cap says is corny.
I
but
think
you're just like you get on board with it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked that bit a lot, dude.
Just like Walker at the end being like, pew pew, I'm back, baby.
I know, yeah,
like
that
I'm
was
just
so
like, are
great.
you kidding
He's got
me?
the black costume
Yeah.
and everything. He's like, Agent, what's up? With him and his wife, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, right?
And she's like, I'm so happy you suck. You know?
I'm just like, yeah, this guy.
I really hope we get more.
Yeah.
I need more. I need more Walker. He's so cool.
If they fuck up Taskmaster for me, we're getting close. They fuck up
getting there.
Taskmaster for me, I got Walker to fall back on.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up some more U.S. agent shit.
He's pretty cool, dude. I'm wondering if he's gonna get his laser shield because he has a laser shield at some point.
I'm down with laser shields.
It's pretty sweet. It's in the glove. They gave it to Cap when he came back during Heroes Reborn, and on Cap it's not right. It was I did not care for the laser shield. I think
Josh
whatever
does
artist,
not care for the laser shield.
yeah, Josh 2021 doesn't like laser shield. Like it's cool, but it takes a little bit away from the more grounded version of Cap. Like he needs that physical shield. I'm wondering if that's how they're gonna do that god awful story arc where Steve was Hydra the whole time, and then they were like, nope, it's definitely Steve, you guys are screwed. Oh shit, everybody's mad. Oh no, it's a clone from it's another guy. This is the real Steve. You know?
Whatever. They should have had the balls to stick with it.
If
it wasn't well received, do something good with it. Don't just fucking turn 180.
Exactly. I mean, you could argue that they had that whole script planned out, but
Sure.
then you're just assholes for trolling people.
Then you're doing
like
the bait
that.
and switch, and like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Why are you fucking with us?
Yeah, dude. And it's just, you're 100% right, dude. Like when that happened, I was just like, oh, so you guys are pussies, you know? Like you're just afraid that you're going to lose readership because I don't know, dude. I hated it.
Are you happy that this show, Josh, has given us two great memes? We've got Zemo dancing.
Oh yeah.
Which they put out the full whatever they had on film that people could watch. They were like,
Awesome.
because there was stuff they cut out. So they were like, here's everything we have since you guys love it so much. But also the meme of insert something ridiculous here over Zemo and then cut to Sam. It's like, he's out of line, but he's right.
I love it.
So that part was good. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about Zemo? Because I share the sentiment that he was just great, but I'm glad that we didn't go too far with him because either bring him back later or
that's what I thought was going to happen. Like he was going to get away. Like when he wasn't in the cuffs, I thought he was gone. I thought he was gone. And then he was still there, and I was like, okay, cool. And then that was a cool little bit there where he just it's an obsession. He has to smash the fucking serum. He has to kill Carly now, you know, and that's what gets him caught. And that works. It befits his character. He went in, he got too far in, which is what got him caught in Civil War.
Yeah.
But like, I had really thought that we would have dealt with the Flag Smashers earlier.
Sure.
And then, but Zemo's still fucking out there, fucking up everything. And now he's coming for Walker, you know, and then Walker and him, that's Walker's real breaking point where he goes bad guy completely. And I don't know. I didn't
they could have gone. They could have gone two ways.
They could have brought Zemo back and made him still interesting. But I agree that like we got enough Zemo and it worked fine. It's just like Zemo a lot.
Zemo also did not know that Walker
took the super serum. Yeah, but
I
think he would have figured that out.
No, he would have. So that is an interesting angle. But I kind of like where he. I kind of like where he did what he came to do, and he kind of went peacefully. With,
he got his comeuppance. Yeah,
with they took him to the raft. Which
I thought that they would have put him in Wakanda jail because he did crimes against Wakanda.
Right, but they're like, no, we'll just put him in the raft, which is just whenever you get put in the raft, just you'll see him later. And
Dude.
it's
Nailed comics right
yeah,
there.
it's a
We
holding.
put him in the raft. We put him in the cube. We put him in the fridge. Oh, so he's super safe.
Yeah, it's a holding area for when they need to bring them back.
Exactly.
And I like that there at the very end, he hears that the butler took care of the last of
And
the
he just
super
goes
soldiers.
and lays down on the bed, puts his feet up.
Yep, we're good here. And that was great. And he just, he doesn't need to. I kind of like where we were constantly worried he was going to cause trouble, and never really did.
I did enjoy that a whole lot, where he's this wild card and this guy's gonna fuck us over at some point, and he never does.
No,
he's not very helpful.
He's not helpful and does things that like actively kind of make things harder for them for his own objective, but he doesn't fuck them over directly.
That whole episode was great. I loved where he's just like making a secret deal with the kid and everything like that. Like Zemo was fantastic in that episode. It's a fucking great episode. Yeah, dude, great show. I just wish that it had been more than a vehicle for the future of the MCU.
Sure, yeah.
Like you said,
we love it, into it. It's going great. Kind of get to the end. It's very satisfying, but overall, really good. Not fucking great, awesome that I thought in the first few episodes.
Yeah. And to tie it into what we were talking about earlier, it is unfortunate where it's just, you watch all this cool shit happen, and at the end, it's just like, oh, so the real shit's still coming.
Yeah.
But this was way more satisfying, I think, than Mortal Kombat was.
Oh yeah, no, this was great, and it's probably me. Like, I love me a short series that feels more like a movie. Like, as much as I liked WandaVision, that was a TV show, and I wasn't disappointed in it. But this reminded me of a limited series.
Yes,
6 episodes. It was done. It's good. It's an action espionage superhero movie. What else? That's kind of like right up my wheelhouse, man.
Yeah,
they kind of sort of had me pegged on this one.
Yeah, dude.
So
I loved everything about it.
Yeah. This has been the best thing I've watched this year, probably. For sure.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
This was like a can't miss for me.
It was so good.
It was very, very good. I really, really liked it. That and Invincible right now have me. Invincible's pretty cool. You should check that one out. You never.
I'm like 5 episodes behind on New Amsterdam, Josh. How am I ever gonna have time? See, I wait until I get 1, and then I go, it's too late.
I know. No,
I'm too behind. I can never watch it.
Was that just me and your wife, or did I bring that up here too? I was just like, you're like waiting to miss that one episode, so you can go like, oh well, I'm too far behind.
I'm never gonna watch it now.
There's a DVR. You can catch it on like any streaming service. No. When am I going to find time?
I enjoyed watching that show and complaining about how bad it was, but then it got actually really bad. So it's not fun to even complain about it anymore. I'll probably catch up.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yeah, I don't. What do we have to look forward to now, Josh? The Bad Batch, Black Widow. Sure, that's 2 months away though.
Loki's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of interested in Loki.
Sure, I did end up watching the trailer, and I was just like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Like honestly, Owen Wilson was the thing that really got me on it. I mean, I do like Tom Hiddleston as Loki, so that's always cool, but I don't know, I'm kind of about it too. Same thing with What If, which sucked because I watched the trailer for that, and I was just like, these are like, I don't know, basic bitch alternate realities, like what if they didn't stop Thanos in Endgame? What if they never fixed anything? What if it happened earlier? What if Loki had won? That shit. That's
cool stuff.
Yeah.
Not like we're going into one of the other realities in the Spider-Verse movie where it's like, what's Spider-Gwen's universe like?
And that's what it feels like.
Fun, cool. I like Spider-Gwen a lot, but
I love that movie a whole bunch, but
that's the best concept you came up with?
Yeah.
Not like what if America was just run by Nazi Hydra?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, I guess that's worn territory with Wolfenstein, but
So they've
but
been
Hydra
doing it for years.
is
They've done it
different,
for
yeah.
years. That's always the Man in the High Castle.
Man in the High Castle. True,
you know,
true.
like that's a great classic trope from alternate history. Where what if the Nazis won?
What if the
Hydra
Nazis won? What
you
if
know?
JFK wasn't assassinated? That's
Yeah.
a terrible show.
Right? What if? What if there never was an Iron Man? You know,
Yeah.
like go with take a thing out. You know, and it's just that trailer did not leave me pumped. It is just a teaser. I need to see more before I have a final opinion. But as of that one, I was just kind of like, wow, I was really waiting on what if, and none of this looks particularly enticing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not that weird to me that T'Challa becomes Star-Lord. It's like, what if T'Challa blew up in the UN?
It's like so,
you know?
Yeah, I like it's T'Challa, but he's Star-Lord. Like they're so different.
Yeah.
Like okay, so he's a different character.
Yeah.
That's yeah. No, you need to. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
okay, so he does Star-Lord stuff, and
But
not
he
Black
doesn't-
Panther
but he-
stuff.
but he
But he's
does
a
it-
different guy. I'm
But
like,
he does it the T'Challa way, so it's going to be a little more serious, a little more dry humor, not wacky. Like, remember the 80s? You know?
Sure.
And I mean,
guess.
I get it, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I don't care if T'Challa became. That's weird. Like,
That's-
what if Tony became
I mean, I guess
Star-Lord?
they could do something interesting with that. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I don't know who's begging to be like, well, let's do this swapperoo. Let's do this Freaky
it's,
Friday.
You know, like my thing is like, what if T'Challa blew up in the UN with his dad, died in the UN with his dad, and Shuri became Black Panther, which was a story arc where T'Challa got exiled, dethroned, and Shuri became the Black Panther for a little while there. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
But like Black Panther's so up in the air right now with Chadwick's death. Who knows what they're gonna do? They'll make Shuri the Black Panther. That's the smart move. That is the smart
I think
move.
that's the smart move as well.
Hopefully she's more successful at it in the films than she was in the comics. Yeah, I don't know. What If kind of just like left me kind of about it. Because What If was a great comic series and they did crazy shit. Like, what if Sabretooth killed all the X-Men, you know, and stuff like that? And like, what if nothing could stop the Juggernaut? And it's this great tragic story where everybody's been wiped off the face of the earth. It's just Kane Marco walking around. That's a really good one.
What if Bender was 1,000 feet tall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's good shit.
Man's the real monster.
Yeah, it's good shit, dude. I'm hopeful for it. But I did not get good vibes off the trailer.
Yeah. As far as I guess Black Widow's coming up. That's another thing in the movie verse. I mean, by that time, shit, I'll probably go see that in the movie theater because I'm not paying $30 to watch it on on Disney Plus. Give me a break.
No.
It's nice that it's an option, and they should have done it earlier.
Yeah.
Like
They also shouldn't be charging,
they also, sure.
Given-
Fuck them.
given
Whatever.
what everyone pays. Some people are paying like $90 for that service, dude, and you're gonna make them pay an extra $30? Fuck you. It's not me. I'm not a crazy person.
Sure.
But
Yeah, I mean that's charged yearly or whatever, but
still.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll be back with something. There's always something going on. Also,
I had a question for you regarding video games and movies, given our topic.
sure, okay.
What do you think is a more roguelike film? The most roguelike film? Groundhog Day, Happy Death Day, or Edge of Tomorrow? I mean,
It's okay.
I know my vote.
Yeah, I mean Edge of Tomorrow is almost literally
Thank you. I was going to say, I mean, the tagline, eventually the title, which was really stupid, Live, Die, Repeat.
is he kept learning
And it unlocks another
and
stage.
and he goes
yeah.
and he gets further and further and further and further
Yeah.
to defeating the ultimate goal,
Yeah.
the ultimate boss or whatever.
Yeah.
The second would probably be Groundhog Day.
Really? Because I would say Happy Death Day.
See, because they're also trying to accomplish a goal that's like kill a killer or stop a killer.
Yeah.
Sure, but
There's no real progression. I get what you're saying.
but I feel like he learns the piano. And he gains skills that he retains by repeating the same day. That's a very roguelike element.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And
No, I see
Death-
what you're doing, because Happy Death Day, she doesn't learn
She doesn't
shit.
do anything.
No.
She actually just gets less. She actually gets worse physically.
That's true.
Which is opposite of how until they do it, I guess. Until it's like, yo, you have to complete it in a certain amount of time because you get weaker, and then you have to start a new character, like a new character from base. They'll probably do that eventually. They love them roguelikes, and they're actually pretty good. I'm almost completely done with Hades. I've actually beat Hades a few times here.
Yeah.
But there's more story to unlock still.
That's cool.
Love that game. It's very good. Edge of Tomorrow, Groundhog Day, Happy Death Day, and then Palm Springs.
I wasn't even going to offer Palm Springs. I forget I saw Palm Springs.
Well, I don't know if you watched it again, but you kind of missed a lot. You missed all the good bits.
No, I watched it the next day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I know I passed out in the middle of it because I was super drunk. But I watched it the next morning, and I was just like,
It's fine. We already talked about this on the podcast. It's fine, but
Yeah,
I'd put it last place there.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's the most derivative. And no clear goal.
But there's been a couple more movies too like that. Like Amazon just put one out right now where two young teens are stuck in the middle of it, and I was just kind of like, all right. It looks like it's got a I'm dying kind of twist to it.
Yeah, I'm going with like the popular, something that got some popularity at least.
Yeah.
In Palm Springs hit during COVID and made a little name for itself.
Yeah, it was good.
But we'll be back with something. But also, look out for us on the Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Mighty Fish Productions. Also, we have an original series on YouTube. It's our video series. It's called Classic Catch Up. Perhaps we focus some time into that while we have a little break here. We're on YouTube, Mighty Fish Productions there. You can watch the first 2 episodes of that. We have Halloween. We also have Star Trek The Motion Picture and upcoming Star Trek The Wrath of Khan.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us at Mighty Movie Pod. That is where you'll find if anything goes up, Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Just find it there. Again, I'm not going to bombard you with any other weird tweets. That'll just so you know what's happening, so you don't have to follow me on every single fucking thing. Yeah, I think we're available on all podcasting apps, including Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're anchor.fm/Mighty Movie Pod.
We're out there, guys.
We're fucking out there. Way out there. My notes this episode are shit. I'm going to have to listen to it. But I was too into it. I was
going to say, I think I saw you scribbling that line down there more than writing actual
I know.
notes.
And that's another thing. I need to get rid of this because it drives me nuts. I start fiddling.
Yeah.
I start fiddling, Josh. All right. Is there anything else you need to say? I've made this sign off weirder even this time more than the last time.
No, man.
I keep changing shit. The intro is different too. I got to business and then we got into opening banter.
You did.
It's true. We're moving up in the world, Josh.
We're getting there.
All right. Thank you so much for listening.
God.
I have been Ryan.
I'm still Josh.
And we will see you at another time. Goodbye.
Bye.